What's good? It's Jordan. Today, I'll be talking to you about take every opportunity with a grain of salt. See, in this world, today we have to understand that opportunities are going to come our way. We have to factor out these opportunities. We have to understand if these opportunities are beneficial to us. Can these opportunities help us or hinder us? Many times, we may jump towards opportunities because we might have not had opportunities in the past. But we have to factor if these opportunities are beneficial to us. When we jump at the first sign of an opportunity, we might be getting into a trap that we don't understand or know about. We have to research. We have to factor in all these various different things. And if we don't factor all these various different things, we may be placed in a spot that can actually burden us. And it's easier said than done when you haven't had opportunities in the past, but when you're aligned on your path, your journey, your destiny, you'll start to see opportunities align itself. And within these opportunities, it's best that we put our best foot forward to understand every opportunity, because people are going to come left, right, and center when you're starting to elevate yourself. And sometimes people will come left, right, and center with their own agendas. And we have to understand everybody's agenda for our lives, everybody that's interacting and dealing with us, because everyone does not come with a genuine standpoint. Sometimes some people come to kill, seek, and destroy. And it's best that we understand that we all are on a mission, and everyone has their own separate journey and mission and path within their own personal lives. And we have to understand that in every mission, path, and journey, there's going to be opportunities that present themselves. And sometimes we may jump to these opportunities, and then we may realize later on that this wasn't the best opportunity for us. So it's best that we factor in the cost of everything, because it can cost our peace, it can cost our health, it can cost our wealth. And it's best that we look forward and understand what we want from our lives. See, not understanding what we want from our lives, not planning accordingly for our lives, are what has us in a stuck mind frame. And we cannot jump towards any and everything, because when we start to jump towards any and everything, people then start to realize that we can be controlled. If you jump to every opportunity that presents itself, and you accept every opportunity that presents itself, people are then going to realize that you're an individual that jumps towards any. People are then going to start to realize that you are an opportunist, a person that is jumping towards different opportunities, all at different set of time, just continuously jumping towards opportunity from opportunity from opportunity from opportunity. You're jumping from people to person to person to person constantly. This person has an opportunity. Let me go over there and be with that person. That person has another opportunity. Let's go to that person. That other person has another opportunity. Then you go to that person. Then it becomes a thing within your life that you don't formulate proper connections and relationships and bonds. You just look towards the next opportunity, the next person that you can use for your own personal agenda and your own personal gain. And people like that in the end do not even live proper lives of happiness. They don't live proper lives of peace, because they're constantly dependent on who else is going to provide them opportunity, who else is going to fill the voids within their lives with opportunities. And we have to avoid that. Making meaningful connections and just being around people who are like-minded individuals, being around people who care for you, being around people who provide positive value is important, because external validation will not help. We have to learn to validate ourselves. And the first step to validating ourselves is us being around the right frame mind of group of people. Sometimes it's hard though, because you have to filter out many various different groups for you to understand where you really belong. But at the end of the day, if you seek, you will find it. And sometimes people will find you, because here's the thing, If we look towards positive, we will gain positive from it. But if we look towards the negative, we will only gain negative. We have to understand the balance of life. Whatever we set our mind on is what can help us or hinder us. And if we set our minds on positivity, even though we may go through a negative period, a negative season, if we set our mind on positivity and how we can elevate and grow through positivity, then we can break the chains of negativity. You have to understand in this life that even others can see this. And sometimes what people will do is they will test you. They'll test to see what type of person you are through the opportunity that they may provide to you. If you're a people pleaser, an attention seeker, someone that seeks external validation, people will provide you opportunities to control you, to control your mind frame, to see if you are either a strong individual or a weak individual. And this is how the enemy uses people. And this is how you see many various people across the land be placed in very dangerous predicaments and situations because they were involved in opportunities that they were not supposed to be involved in. And some of these opportunities that they might have been involved in were negative. They probably have been situations where they can have made a large, enormous amounts of money. So they jumped at that opportunity, and that opportunity probably landed them in prison. And we have to understand that, especially when it comes to this thing we call monetary gains and currency, we have to be very careful with how we navigate this life when it comes to money. If someone knows that you love money, they will place opportunities in front of you that are opportunities to make money. Sometimes those opportunities can be dangerous and negative. Understand that if someone is doing the legit thing and following behind legit business practices, and they provide you an opportunity that has something to do with making monetary gains and resources, that person actually wants you to elevate. That person is actually trying to help you. That person is actually trying to help you grow. But if another person is providing you opportunities with monetary gains and it's not legit, it's negative, and it can actually place you in a horrible position, no one understands that that person does not care for you. A lot of times people want to talk about, oh, you have to take a risk and risks will make you rich. Listen, we have to take risks that are logical, not risks that can land and end us up in prison. Many times we want to manipulate the outcome of words so it can be in our minds and control our minds the way we want it to. It does not work here. We have to hold ourselves accountable because accountability is important. So understand the circle you're around, the people that you place you around and surround yourself with, because at the end of the day, the choice is yours. When you were a child and your parents to help you grow older and grow up, hopefully they were there. If not, you had to learn from other ways. Understand that we all have the choice when we're adults to make the right decisions or the wrong decisions. And when we become adults, we can no longer blame nobody else for our decisions in our life. Accountability is important. When we hold ourselves accountable, then we can start to see the world from a different path. But if we don't want to hold ourselves accountable and we want to continue blaming others and doing that, we're just only going to do that years upon years upon years and continue the same cycle years upon years upon years. So the choice is yours at the end of the day. I personally wouldn't want to do that because you don't gain anything from that. But I know that there's other people who don't care and they just live life however they see fit within their own personal lives. So today I'll be leaving you with this scripture, and I hope that the scripture can help you in your own life today. Ephesians 2:8, for by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not your own doing, it is the gift of God. understand in this life today, take every opportunity with a grain of salt, because there's going to be opportunities that are tremendous, that can help you grow, elevate. And then there's going to be opportunities that can diminish you. So understand everything and every opportunity that is placed in front of you in this life today, because your life is important. And I hope that in your own personal life that you can make the right decisions for your growth, for your well-being, for your health, for everything. Peace.